How's it going, everyone? My name is Justin Martinez. I am a second year MSW TitleIV-E student at San Francisco State University. Go Gators! I'm here to talk to you about my TitleIV-E experience, my experience with the CalSWEC committee, with my internship placements, and all of the amazing experiences and people I met along the way throughout my first year. And also just a little bit of background on myself and what my experience has been like so far in grad school. I want to be a beacon of hope for children and families, and I want to help them navigate systems that serve injustices to them and helping them gain resources and access to help that they all need to be successful with their families and keeping their families together. On top of my lived experience in foster care, that really sparked a passion for me to become one of the social workers who impacted my life throughout my journey in foster care and helping me, assist me to get to higher education, the first in my family to do so. So coming back with my lived experience, going to the system and using not only my education, but my lived experience to impact the communities, the children, the families that I'll be working with is something I'm extremely passionate about. SF State has been remarkable. It's an incredible school. So many resources, such a great community. You could be yourself entirely when you're there. And I got my undergrad at SF State and I never looked back. I'm a Gator for life. On top of the resources that I have as far as the Guardian Scholars Program, that still assists me throughout grad school and supports me and helps me achieve advanced degrees and so on and so forth. Guardian Scholars Program is a statewide program for the California State University systems that supports current and former foster youth college students. So without that support, I wouldn't be here today. So that's another reason why I chose SF State, but it's also a really hard program to get into. So I like a challenge. I like to challenge myself, and I like to be one of few, unique people who get, a really, really rich, enriching education. So the smaller cohort for me in TitleIV-E, I think there's 12 of us. I really like that because we get to bond with each other, we get to connect with each other, we get to be there for each other, and we actually become a unit, a team that we're gonna be able to use ourselves together to make a difference in our communities. So really looking forward to that when we graduate in a year. Amazing, to answer the question directly. I chose to get my PPSC, the Pupil Personnel School Credential, School Social Work Credential. I was placed at John O'Connell High School and Willie Brown Middle School. One of the best experiences I've had thus far in my life, honestly. At Willie Brown Middle School and John O'Connell High School, I was a part of the Foster Youth Services program. So I was an intern providing foster youth services. My caseload was not limited to foster youth, but was majority of foster youth. So I had a caseload of 4 young men at Willie Brown Middle School who were just incredible and so energetic and left a lasting impact on me, and my only hope is that I did the same for them as we, set goals and navigated throughout the semester in the spring together. At John O'Connell High School, I had a caseload of 8, some foster youth, some not. Helping some of them get ILSP support, independent living skills support, helping them navigate their counselors, communicating with their counselors, having their grades set up so that they could graduate. One of my clients graduated with straight A's and turned 18 during our time together. I also ran a young men's group, the Are You Man Enough Young Men's Group, for the duration of the year when I started last fall. I was only supposed to run the group for 6 weeks, and I kept it going because I didn't know that, and the young men kept showing up every week during their advisory period, and I can't tell you how powerful that space really was for me and for the young men, that we worked together as a team again, talked about what mature masculinity looks like, redefining what masculinity looks like, and coming up with our own definition of what it is to be a man in the world today. I also coached baseball at John O'Connell High School. I took the opportunity to follow my passion, playing sports growing up and maximizing my opportunity at the school, who was in need of an assistant coach to play baseball. The funnest time I've had in a long time. I can't do anything but just be so thankful and grateful for that experience, to be able to impact more young people in a different way as a coach, as a mentor, as a social worker, as a leader. The list goes on, and I just can't do anything but smile when I talk about that experience. Was the first year student representative last year, and that experience is just so remarkable. Talking about representatives from each school, TitleIV-E, get to connect with each other throughout the state, in San Diego, in Orange County, Northern California, all up and down the state. So we meet together and we come up with the committee. We plan the committee. I actually had one of the speaking roles, which was really, really cool. I was hosting the event and got to speak with some incredibly smart people who are in the field now and creating policy change and talking about the transformative practices that we're taking now and where the field is actually going in Title IV-E and child welfare. I am so glad I did that. I was a little nervous at first because I thought I was biting off more than I could chew, but I wouldn't change it for the world, because I've built a resourceful network that now when I graduate, I'm going to have connections where I want to go to a different county and work. I have those connections. I can talk to people and have insightful conversations about what it's like to be at that county, and really make a good, solid choice for my career and my future. I think that about wraps it up with the questions. I can't encourage or invite you enough. If you're thinking about being a student representative, really go for it, because you're not doing it alone. You have a community there that's there to help you. It's really not that much work. You meet once a week, have 1 or 2 committee events that you do. That's what you plan for, and you make great friendships along the way. And since we're all going to be colleagues in one way or another, it's all about creating the community that you want to be in and the community that you're going to rely on to help you make the difference that you want to make, that I want to make within the child welfare system. And with that, I'm complete, and I look forward to seeing y'all soon.